I found this cool play of Braxton key dunking in high school.
Alright Pistons fans, so in today's video, we're going to be discussing what the Detroit Pistons decided to do with Braxton Key. But before we continue, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal is 200 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I drop consistent Pistons content. Now play the intro.
Subscribe to Joe Polo 10.
Joe Dumars is the MVP.
Detroit basketball.
Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into this. Put the image on the screen right now. It says the Detroit Pistons have signed Braxton Key to a two-way contract via Omar Sankofa II. And with this move, our roster has been completely filled out. We can't add anyone else at this current point in time unless we make another move, just like how we did with Chris Smith. So let's talk about Braxton a little bit. Braxton, he's a 6'8", 230-pound guy. He's a power forward and he is 25 years old. He bounced around a little bit in college. He started out at Alabama, but then eventually transferred to Virginia. And he is one of the guys who decided to stay all 4 years in college. I know in today's NBA, we like to focus on, the one and done type of players a lot, but it's good to see someone like Braxton be a guy who stays in college for all 4 years and eventually make it to the NBA. So after college, he declared for the draft. He went undrafted, and this was back in 2020, so he was also in the class with Killian Hayes, Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, and Saban Lee. After the draft, he ended up getting picked up by the Philadelphia 76ers. It didn't really work out in Philadelphia. They decided to cut ties with him, and he's been playing in the G League this year. In the G League, he averaged 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And because of his play in the G League, it caught the attention of Troy Weaver, and Troy decided to give Braxton a shot, especially with someone like Jeremy Grant, who plays the forward position, being out for the remainder of the season. He looked at someone like Braxton, he saw something that he liked, and he decided to give the young man a shot. And since Braxton has been a Detroit Piston, he's honestly been pretty solid so far. And I actually got to see him in person. I went to the Washington Wizards game and got to see him up close, which was pretty cool. I think that was actually his either debut game or his second game as a Detroit Piston. And so far on the Pistons, he's been averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block, shooting 30% from the three-point line, and doing all of this in 20 minutes per game. And what I like about him so far as a player is just straight what he's able to provide on the defensive end of the floor. In some of these games, he's had a few charges every now and then. He's blocked some shots here and there, and he's forced a lot of turnovers as well. So overall, I've liked the chippiness from him and the defensive effort so far out of Braxton. I'm not trying to discredit what he's been able to do on offense, because he has been able to hit a few three-pointers actually every now and then. But for the most part, what I've been impressed by is his defensive ability. So I have liked what I've seen from Braxton as a player, but the only thing with him is that I just don't see, too much upside from him in the future. I don't necessarily see him becoming, a legitimate key piece to the Pistons in the future. He's already 25 years old. He's a bit unrefined in a few areas. He lacks some skills that you need to compete at a high level in a few areas. So for me, at least overall, I see him as someone kind of like Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles is a player who was on the Pistons this year, and he came in, he scored a lot of points, hit a lot of three-pointers, and he played the role that he was meant to play. And someone like Braxton, I kind of see him being like a Trey Lyles type in the future, except it's the opposite, where Trey Lyles, he mainly focused on offense, whereas Braxton, I feel like he's going to be one of those type of guys who focuses on defense. So I see him being in the same Trey Lyles type of role in the future. And that's not to say that he's a bad player. Everyone in the NBA has to play their own role. But as far as his future on the Pistons, a guy like that, replaceable. So no disrespect to Braxton. I've liked what I've seen, but he's not really a guy who I see too much upside from in the future. So that's basically everything, man. Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Braxton Key has been signed on a 2-way contract by the Detroit Pistons to finish out the remainder of the season and possibly, giving him a shot next year as well. We only have 4 games left. Well, by the time you guys watch this video, it will be 3 games left to end the season. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 5K, and I'm out.